This was not what the Spanish government had hoped for at all when they called these elections, and it poses an awful lot of questions now about the region's future. Notably, what happens to the leader there of one of the independence parties? We just saw him, Carles Puigdemont. He's in self-imposed exile in Brussels at the moment. He faces arrest if he steps back onto Spanish soil. So at the moment, he could be set to retake his position of the president of the regional government. But actually, there are questions about whether he can take that up. Can he come back and fulfill that? So we really don't know the shape of this government going forward. We also don't know if the pro-independence parties, what their deal to work together and form a coalition in the regional parliament will look like. Together, the three pro-independence parties do have a majority of seats together, 70 seats. And we imagine that they will be now talking hard behind the scenes to try and work out a bit of horse trading, how exactly they're going to share power, what they're going to be asking for in order to strike that deal. None of the pro-independence politicians I spoke to last night, the results came in, really called that into question. They said that was the campaign, the differences between us, we'll set them aside and we will govern together. But going forward from here, we don't know exactly what their plans will be in terms of independence. Will they continue with their approach of unilaterally declaring it, or will they try and seek a political solution, dialogue with the Spanish government in Madrid? How exactly will they approach this very thorny question? There are a lot of unanswered issues here.
The separatists didn't win the popular vote. They're not the biggest party in the parliament. Is this really a victory for them and their cause?
Well, the separatists are billing this as a big victory for them because it was a little bit of a surprise, the turnaround especially for the party of Carles Puigdemont. Speaking from Brussels, he called this an indisputable result and a victory for the Catalan Republic. But if you look at some of those numbers, it's quite interesting really, because the three pro-independence parties may have a majority, an absolute majority in the regional parliament, but none of them came out on top as the party with the biggest number of votes. That was the Ciudadanos centre-right Citizens Party who actually took that prize. And also the pro-independence parties did not pick up a popular majority of the popular vote. In fact, pro-unionist parties in favour of Catalonia staying part of Spain took over 51% of the vote. So there are questions now, even though we have the results of these regional elections in terms of seats in Parliament, about whether really this does give the independentists a big mandate for going forward now, pursuing their dream of independence. They had billed this as a referendum on the future of Catalonia. And in terms of the popular vote, they did not get a resounding yes.